Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys. I know it's been a while. I've I feel like I've been neglecting the unfiltered truth, but I haven't. I've been doing a lot of things. Like my birthday just passed. We're still in Virgo season. Shout out to all my Virgos. Hey guys. I actually did 2 episodes with some friends of mine, Open Convos and Good Vibes. Go check that out. I had such a good time. Like I just want to start there. They're a good time. The vibes are there. My type of people. I love it. So make sure you check them out. Open Convos and Good Vibes, right? That's what I've been doing on that front. I just came back from Guyana, went home to the motherland. The air was fresh, but I got sick. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take a hiatus from there for a while. Like, but that's anywhere I go, I get sick. Like if I drink the water, have some ice, like anywhere, even Georgia. So I can't say it's out of the country. It's just me. Like I guess it's my insides or whatever the case may be. But shout outs to Guyana. Today, okay, so like I said, my birthday just passed, right? So I had two let's call them exes. Two exes of mine hit me up and asked me if I want, it's unfiltered truth. So if I want penis for my birthday, right? So I'm just here like, I just turned 35, by the way. Happy birthday to me. I just turned 35 and it's like, am I giving this off? Like, I just want sex. I don't want anything else. Like, I don't know. So I just made a post on Facebook like, this generation lacks romance. Like, what is going on? Like, so I had to, one was my ex. So I had to hit him up. I'm like, excuse me? Like, we haven't dealt with one another for 2 years. And this is what you feel like I'd want. Okay. I was like, so no gift, no, oh, let me take you out. Nothing. Just let me have sex with you. No, thank you. But thank you for the offer. I'm really confused now. Like, is this generation not into romance? Like, what is going on? You know, women still want to be courted. Like, okay, sex is on the table. Cool, whatever. Sex is what sex is. Everybody likes sex. Some people don't, and that's cool too. But what, I don't know. Maybe it's me. And I also got told last night that I gave off masculine energy. I was like, that's fair. And I had to explain to him. I told him, okay, I grew up around guys. Like, that was my thing. Like, I really never meshed with women. They thought I was gay. So, understandable. But I'm around guys all the time. I have a strong black mother. Like, she raised me to be independent. So now when men come around me, it's like, what are you offering that I can't give to myself? Like, besides penis. Like, if that's all you're offering, I don't really need that. Like, I'm okay. I still want to be courted. I like to go on dates. I had a conversation with a friend of mine and I was telling him, I'm like, I want to go to the zoo. I want to go to the aquarium. I want to picnic. Like, simple thing. I feel like it's simple things, but I was talking to some people at my job and they told me, oh, what's simple to you is probably not simple to people. But why is it so hard for this generation of men? I'm not trying to bash anybody, but this generation of men really don't believe in courting. It's like, oh, let's just have sex. Let's just have sex. And it's like, get your empty ass away from me. Like, if that's all you want from me and that's all you're offering, then you're offering me nothing. And I'm okay with being by myself. Like, I'm really at that stage in my life where I'm like, I'd rather be by myself than to be bothered. And that's how I feel like some men, they come into my life and I'm just like, you're bothering me. I feel bothered. I should feel relief. I should feel stress free. Like, I want to unpack my day. Like, you come unpack your day with me and I'll unpack my day with you. I don't want to feel like pressured or annoyed. Like, I know this is probably going to come off like I'm bashing people, but I'm really not. It's just the people that I'm coming across. And it's like, I have so much to offer. Like, I know the type of person I am. I'm a giver. Like, I will give you my last. I will always make sure you are good. And that's what I was in my relationship. It wasn't enough. And now I'm single and ready to mingle. I'm just outside. Like, and people feel like, oh, you want to be outside so bad. You want to be outside. Yes, I want to go on dates. And sometimes those dates are with your friends. And I had a guy ask me, he was like, why is it that you could drop everything for your friends and not a guy that you're dealing with? And I had to explain to him, I'm like, my friends take care of me and cater to me better than the guys that I deal with. Like, I have my best friend, Charlene. She's in Georgia. We were talking last week. I was in Guyana. We were talking, and I'm telling her like, "Oh, my back is killing me." So I just mentioned to her like, "Oh, there's this spa, a all black spa that I want to go to." Like, I screenshot it, showed her like, "Yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna get this lavender. Like, lavender is my favorite. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a lavender massage. Like, just chatting. Like, we're just talking. I get home on my birthday. Matter of fact, I get back to America, and sends a text message to me, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I open it up, it's a birthday card with a gift certificate to the spa that I mentioned to her last week. And people you don't understand how that makes me feel. Like, I feel heard. I felt like just so happy, like just something. And that's what I'm saying, something simple that can just like brighten your whole day. I have another friend, me and her, we went to Guyana together. Like, we're really cool. She hit me. I texted her the other day checking in. Like, we just chopped it up. She was like, oh, I missed your birthday. You know, you were in Guyana. I want to take you out to dinner and celebrate you. And it's like, wow, like, women can do that for women, but men feel like, oh, here, I got some penis for you here. Like, even if you said, oh, let me take you out for some drinks and let's like lead up to it. I don't know. I just feel like romance, women give other women better romance, I guess. And I notice, like, even when like this social media era, because a lot of guys like to say, oh, you're just looking at what other women are getting and you're jealous and you're this. No, because there are men that take time to actually listen and do the things that women ask for. I'm the type of person, if you tell me something and you need something, you want something, I'll get it for you because I know that you need it or you want it. Like, that's it. But everybody's not like me, and I know that. I am well aware everybody's not like me, but I feel like my friends will always be on that pedestal because they do things for me that feed me, and they're actually listening and being there. I can't even say that for the guys that I've dealt with. Like, you're hitting me, telling me, oh, I got some penis for you. I got some penis for you. Ew. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, I'm okay. I'm actually okay on that. And it's like, guys get angry with women, like, oh, you're getting dressed up for your friends. Yes, because they're gonna hype me up and make me feel good about myself. If I'm in a situation and you're telling me, oh, that's what you're wearing, that's what this, that. All right, go about your business. Go live your life. Go live your life. Like, I feel like women create spaces. Like, I was so happy when brunch became like a thing because I work early and I can't be outside like that. So as much as I'd like to be, and brunch became a thing, like, yes, let's get cute for each other. Let's go out and have a good time. And it's not always about sex. And I don't know when that became like the biggest thing. Like, oh, that's all you have to offer. That's all I have to offer. It's like, we can be in a space and not have sex. Like, that's okay too. So yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to get this episode off my chest. And also, I realized, like, because I'm looking at, okay, I follow this DJ on Instagram and he's like always DJing a wedding. So I'm like, see, people are still getting married. And I don't like the fact that people are trying to put their, I guess, insecurities or whatever on me. Like, people aren't getting married anymore. And why do you want that? And why not? Like, I want one person. I don't have time to be jumping from soul to soul to soul to soul. Like, I don't have the energy and I don't have the time. And that is my biggest thing. Like, I don't have the time and the energy for people anymore. That's where I am. And it's like, I want to find my person, but I don't want to look. Plain and simple. I don't want to look. Like, and I know people look at me like, so you think it's just going to fall in your lap? Hopefully. Hopefully. Because men look at you, well, the men I come across, they look at me like, I guess, oh, you have a masculine job, you can get it yourself. I don't care. Like, I don't care, because you could get things for yourself that I could get for you, but it's the thought. And I don't understand why people don't understand the thought. Like, oh, I thought about you, I got you this, I did this for you. Like, just the thought really counts. And I never really understood that when I was younger. Like, when people say, oh, it's the thought that counts, it's the thought that counts. And now that I'm older, it's like, yo, that really matters. Like, just seeing my friends come show out for me, like, that shit is beautiful. And people don't realize that. Like, I was watching a show and this girl was like, your friends last forever, and men come and go, or women come and go, like relationships come and go, but your friends will last forever. True, real friends last forever, because there are some fake ones that weed themselves out, or maybe they look at you like you're the fake one, and that's okay too. That's okay too. Okay, so I want to talk about marriage as well. I touched on it, but I really want to talk about it. I don't know what's going on with this generation. Like, everybody, like, I'm sick of hearing, like, oh, it's just a piece of paper. I think I talked about this on an episode before, but it just keeps coming up. And it's like, oh, I don't want anybody thinking that they're taking half of my stuff. If you're going into it that way, then you don't need to be married. You're not mature enough. It's souls coming together. It's not about a piece of paper. It's not about, oh, I want half of your house. I want this, I want that. And I just feel like we're just like a really childish generation. Like, for you not to think that somebody wants romance is crazy to me. Like, even the most masculine women like myself, like, since I gotta touch on that again. Look, since I'm masculine, like, I still want romance no matter what. At the end of the day, like, I want to know that you're thinking about me. One thing I can say to big up my ex, he always made sure I was good. That's one thing. Like, because everybody was like, why, how are you still with him? Why are you still with him? And he made sure I was good. I would never have to carry my laundry. My door was always open for me. Like, little things like that kept me in that relationship. Like, I felt like I could let my guard down, like I could be a woman. And people don't realize that. In a lot of situations, people don't realize that. They're like, oh, you're so tough. Yes, it's to protect myself, protect my heart. Why am I giving you that soft side when you're giving me the asshole? You think you deserve me catering and being the most softest woman? And a lot of men are like, oh, well, you're supposed to be soft because you're a woman. You're supposed to be gentle and treat me like a king. And it's like, okay, but are you treating me like a queen? Are you treating me like a woman? No. No. If you're treating me like I don't matter, how can I treat you like you are the most important person and thing in my life? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's where my disconnect with a lot of men, I guess boys, I don't know. That's where my disconnect comes in. And I'm okay with that. I just feel like we're at a point in our lives where everybody's being weeded out. Like, I don't like it. It's not serving me. I'm out. That's it. Like, I don't care if I got to kiss a million frogs before I find that one prince. I'm not sticking around, like, at all. And people really think they could just come back, and that blows my mind. Like, I'm nice to people to an extent. It's to an extent. Like, don't think you could just spin the block and we're gonna be all hunky-dory. Like, I was shocked last night. where my ex just like blurted it out. And I'm like, our birthday just passed. So even if that was to happen again, why wouldn't you think to do it properly? But I guess it's like, well, we're not together anymore, so I don't have to be nice. I don't know. I don't know people's thought process. I don't care. Like, keep that where it is. I don't, it's difficult out here. It is difficult. And then there's people that are in marriages and they want to come back to this. I'm like, you are missing absolutely nothing. Like, there is absolutely nothing out here. People are crazier than they once were. Like, I've been in the single game for 2 years. I came back and I'm like, yeah, this is ghetto. I hate it. I hate it here. Oh my God. But I think everybody is just really looking for their person and who you should be with, and not have outside forces telling you like, oh, you shouldn't be with them because of this. And that's a big issue as well. Like, people weighing in and the people that you value telling you like, oh, you deserve better than this. You shouldn't be with that person because of that. But it's honestly how you feel. It's how you feel. And it just sucks sometimes that you want the people around you to like the person that you're with. Everybody does. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody does. If whether it be family, friends, whatever the situation is, you want them to like the person that you're with. And sometimes they'll see things that you don't see yet. Like, you're going to let her talk to you like that. You're going to let him do this to you. And people voice their opinions. And sometimes that does like affect you. It does affect you, actually. Not sometimes, it does affect you, because now you're wondering like, damn, do I deserve better? Should I leave this person? Should I stop talking to my family, my friends, or whatever the situation is? It's hard out here as it is. Like, being by yourself, being in relationships, everything is hard. It's not just one thing. We haven't, and I tell people this all the time, I'm like, we haven't been here before. Like, if we were, we were erased and we're back from square one. So people telling people how to live their lives and what to do in their lives, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Like, I could try to advise you and help you, but telling people how to live their lives is weird to me. Like, you haven't been here before. And if you have, you don't remember everything and anything that was here before. Like, let people live their lives. But for me, I know I want romance like that. And my issue was, back in the past, I didn't put my foot down on that. Like, it was more like, all right, we're chilling, whatever. And I'd let a lot of things slide. And I think people from my past still think that's who I am. Like, oh, she's chilled, she's cool. Like, I had this guy tell me, oh, you're the cool girl. Like, you're just too cool for everything. You don't express your emotions. I'm like, it's not about me not expressing my emotions. It's about me observing and seeing if you're worth that version of me or that time and energy. Like, I'm not going to give my all to somebody that's giving me 1% of them. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And when I broke it down, he was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I'm like, yes, because why are we giving our all to people that's giving us nothing? Like, you're not feeding my soul. You're not doing things that make me feel safe. And oh my God, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about this. I am so sick of people bashing women, Black women, not all women, because I'm seeing it every day. Like, oh, a white woman would never do this to her man. A Spanish woman makes sure that her man is blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Cool, understandable. But you have to understand where Black women are coming from. We're working. A lot of us, not me, but a lot of women are providing and taking care of their children while working. And a lot of men that feel that way and talk like that, what are you doing to ease her load? What are you doing to ease her load? That is how do you expect her to be this soft, gentle version of herself when she's working as hard or sometimes harder than you are? What are you doing to ease her load? And the same for women. What are you doing to ease his load? If I see my man is working hard, you came home, you had a hard day, I want to ease that load. Like, okay, let's work on this. Let's tackle the problem together. And a lot of people don't want to do it together. People rather internalize things and hold on to all the hurt and anger, and you're carrying it into your relationships, and it's crazy. It's crazy. When do we let that hurt go? When? It's a lot. So I decided today, I'm like, you know what? I really need to spend time with myself. Like, that's really where my mindset is. Again, I turned 35. I want to be married. I want to have kids, but it's like every day I feel like that's not my path. Every day as every day I wake up, it's just like that might not be my path, and I have to be okay with that, because I'm not coming across anybody where I want to give that gift of giving a child to. And people don't understand that. They're like, oh, well, you're getting older. You need to settle down. And it's like, with who? With who? With whom, if you will? Like, with who? I have been getting backlash because I don't want to date a guy with children. And people men specifically, are like so like mad at me. Not mad, but like they voice their opinions. Like, how could you say that? Majority of people in our age group have kids and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but there's people out here like me that don't have kids. So you can't say that. And I know women that don't want to deal with men with kids. With kids, they have children, and they're like, yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. And I had a guy ask me, like, well, what type of mother are they if they don't want to deal with a man with kids? I'm like, I don't know. With their situations, I stay out of people's business. I know for me, I'm selfish. I know that about myself. And if I'm giving you all my time, I should have all of yours. That's just how I feel. I don't want to go on vacation and feel like you have to worry about your kids. Or I know I probably sound like an asshole, but I'm being honest. Like, and I feel like people need to be more honest in this generation. Like, be honest with yourselves. Like, I don't want to go on vacation and we have to worry about what your kids are doing. Or even men should feel that way too. I'm like, it's okay. Like, I had a friend, she posted the other day, she has 3 children, 3 beautiful children. And she posted it. She was like, I think it's weird when people with kids don't want to date people with kids. And I was like, finally, a woman that sees it. Like, I was like, that's weird, right? Like, I'm under her post really chopping it up. Like, that's weird, right? She was like, yeah, why wouldn't you want to deal with people with kids when you have kids already? Like, that would make more sense. I was like, okay, so I'm not a complete asshole for not wanting to deal with people with kids. I don't mind it. Like, cool, you have a child. Like, I know in a couple of years, if I don't have kids, then I'm probably going to have to settle with somebody with a kid. Like, that's just what is in my demographic. Like, okay, cool. But for now, I don't. Like, I want to travel. I want to see the world. And I can't do that if you have a kid. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. This is the biggest unfiltered truth that I'm going to give to you guys. Like, I don't take guys serious with kids. Like, it's like, we can have fun. Cool. Like, you're a good time. But you will never have that time that I need. And I know it's selfish. I know people are probably going to be mad at me for saying it, but it's my truth. Like, I don't want anybody with kids. Like, why didn't it work out? Like, why didn't it work out? The same way I'm probably a whole red flag. You're 35, you're not married, you don't have kids. I'm a red flag to people. I'm a red flag, right? Cool. And so are you. Like, why are you in my age group? Have a kid, you didn't even know the mom, you didn't vet the mom didn't vet you. Like, it didn't work out. What happened? And I understand things happen. Things do happen. And I'm not bashing anybody with kids, or they're not with the mother or father of their kids. That's cool. Things happen. And I understand that, but I don't want to be a part of it. I was already in a situation like that. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. So I'm good. Like, that's it. I want all your time the same way you'll get all of mine. The only thing that should come between us is our work schedules or something of that nature. But I just don't see myself taking somebody with children serious right now. Like, I don't. And again, if that weeds out who it needs to weed out, it is just what it is. And it's how I feel. And I don't like that people try to like bash me and like make me feel bad for feeling that way. Because I know women with kids that feel that way too. And it's like, okay, like we all get it. Like nobody wants to deal with, because now not only are you bringing your child into my space, but now I also have another woman that I have to deal with. Or even for men, like if you're dating a woman with children, you now have to deal with another man if they're a part of the child's life. Like that's another person that you're dealing with. And people don't realize it until it's like too late, and it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. Like now you're already wrapped up, the kid loves you, all these things, and it's like, excuse me, that's a hard situation to be in. And again, I'm not bashing anybody that had kids that they're not with their spouse or fling or whatever the situation is. I'm not bashing you, but I just know for me personally, I'm good on that. Like, I know what I want now, and that was my biggest thing. I never knew exactly what I wanted. I knew I wanted to be married, but I had a guy ask me, he was like, do you think that you are somebody that's ready for marriage and you're in a space where you can be married right now? And I really had to sit with that. And it was like, no, like I wasn't. And he gave me a question I didn't even think about. Like, am I putting out marriage material? Am I like what I'm looking for? And at that time I wasn't. So that's why I know, like right now, I do need time for myself to get my mind together to be right for the husband that I want. And that's where I am with that, personally. Like, I hope a lot of us take time for ourselves. I don't feel like people do that. Like, we jump into things, like somebody shows interest that you probably liked or you wanted to talk to, but you were afraid or whatever the situation is. And then you end up in a situation that you don't want to be in. And I hate that for us, like women, men, everybody. Like, you just end up in situations where you're not happy. And a lot of people are chasing things that I don't know if we'll ever reach that point of happiness where I just want to be at peace, honestly. Like, I've had guys that I dated and dealt with where I felt that peace, but not 100%, which I don't think anybody can give you 100% of what you want. There's always going to be something that they are lacking or you're lacking or somebody's lacking in the situation. And that's okay. But if they're giving you majority of peace and just calmness, that is the person for you. That is definitely the person for you. And I'm realizing compromise. Like, we have to be willing to compromise. And I have to work on that. I'm not going to lie. I have to work on that, compromising, because I had a guy tell me, he was like, you're independent. You're very independent. And for a man to come into your life and your space and now tell you what to do or tell you how to do it, you won't want to do it. So that's how they look at a lot of women. Like, you're independent already. You could do it on your own. Why am I needed? And it's like, we still need you the same way you need us, like, no matter what. And that's what I keep trying to reiterate. Men and women need each other. Gay, straight, LBGTQ, we all need each other, no matter what. People need people. And I keep having to have that conversation. Like, people need people. Like, we do, no matter what. You cannot do everything on your own. And I know that. I'm aware. I can't do everything on my own. And I'm okay with that. But I know that mentally, I just want to take time for myself. Like, I don't want to be bothered. I'm really getting to that point. I don't know if I'm getting older and I'm just like tired. Like I'm tired. And I tell guys this all the time. Like, oh, why are you single? Why are you not? I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired of the fight that I have to put up. I have to put up these walls. And then when you do break down the walls, now you're on some bullshit. Like people come into your life and your space and they're not good people. And it sucks because a lot of people have this mask up. I come in as myself and I'm not for everybody. And I know that. And I'm okay with that. Like, just let me know. Like, I was really having this conversation with this guy last night. And I'm like, you fell back. You weren't really giving me any attention. And he told me, oh, did you want to speak every day? Like, what's the problem? Pretty much like, what did you want me to get on a knee and propose? Like, this is the things he was telling me. And I'm just like, yeah, you're a dub. Like, I'm good on you. I was like, it's not that. I was like, if I'm interested in somebody, I'm going to communicate. Like, that's just who I am. But again, everybody's not like me. Everybody's not the same, cut from the same cloth. And I'm okay with that. But don't try to, like, I didn't like how the conversation went. Like, instead of you communicating and telling me like, okay, I can't talk to you every day, you know, I work. I'm like, I work too. Like, I'm not at home just chilling every day waiting for you to text me. No, that's not the situation. Like, I work, I'm busy, I have a life, I have things, but we make time for what and who we want. And just say you don't want me and I'm okay with that. Again, I fell back. I'm not entertaining anything that doesn't serve me. And he was like, oh, you're in your own head. Where's this coming from? I'm like, the fact that you didn't hit me up, we don't talk. Like, I don't know what's going on with you. I was like, I just figured you had a girlfriend and you made up. I don't know. I'm going to put a whole story in my own head. I'm a storyteller. I'm a writer. Love and Goal is on Amazon right now. Like, everybody knows that about me. I am a writer. He's like, oh, you're just in your own head. I don't know where any of this is coming from. It's coming from lack of communication. And I'm telling you that, like, it's a conversation that we're having right now. He's like, well, you never said anything. For what? You pursued me. I don't go looking for people. Like, I don't think people understand this. I don't go looking for people. I don't hit people up. I don't try to link up. I don't try to do anything. People hit me up. And this is what I don't understand. Like, you hit me up. Okay, let's talk. We're talking. You're cool. I like your vibe. And then you're weird. Like, I don't have time for that. I don't have the time and the energy. But life goes on, and I just had to get this therapy session out. Thank you for anybody that's going to listen to the Unfiltered Truth today. I love you guys. I couldn't wait to get back. The studio is coming. I had to get my birthday out the way, my birthday party. I got some more things coming up. Check out Open Combos and Good Vibes. Like, I really enjoyed those episodes that I did. I just want to do more podcasts. Like, I don't feel happy. Sorry, let me phrase this correctly. I feel my happiest when I'm doing a podcast and getting everything off my chest and just saying what I feel, what's in my heart. And especially if I'm around good people with good vibes, that is my favorite pastime. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. And anybody that's going to look at this episode, I hope it helps. I hope it, like, calms you, brings you some type of peace. You can argue with me if you'd like. I'm here. Leave your comments. Man, I missed you guys. Have a good day.